Hi, my name is Suzannah Emerson. I am the Fife and Drum Director here at Old Fort Nagara, and my specialty is naturally music, as well as historic clothing construction. I sort of fell into the history field. So I was in high school and I was approached by one of the members of the Fort Niagara Fife and Drum Corps, and they desperately needed fifers. And I had flute and piccolo playing experience, and so I got kind of recruited into the fife and drum life that way. And then in 2009, the 250th of the siege here at Old Fort Nagara, they got a grant to hire musicians for the summer season. And so I was one of the few fifers who were really excited and really willing to do this. And so they hired me right there, and I have had a good time doing it ever since. My favorite part of the job is getting to know and getting to watch the members of our Fife and Drum Corps, who are mostly children. They really have the best attitude towards learning, and it's great to hear them and watch them improve and just move along life's path, and share this excitement and love of history. Well, it has some challenges, candidly. There's some inappropriate questions that get asked about the contents of my breeches, which definitely has taught me to have a very calm face and take what visitor questions are thrown at you. So that is one side of it. Another great side of it is that you get into some conversations about women's history that you might not, that other interpreters who are male interpreting male roles may not have the opportunity to do. So you get the outlet to speak more on women's history in the 18th century. Sometimes musically related, sometimes just in general, but it's a great opportunity. So when I'm portraying a man, I don't necessarily have to justify my presence at a historic site, a fort. When I'm portraying a woman in a fort, oftentimes I have to justify why I am dressed as a woman in a fort. And so that can affect your interpretation. So you have to take your interpretation to a more basic level sometimes. When you are interpreting as a female versus with a man, you can start at a kind of a higher level with some of the tourists have some assumed facts that you don't have to go over like you do with the female side of things. One of the best interactions, not a specific one, but it's one that's happened many times, is there will be a parent and a little girl, child, and she will see me and she'll say, "A lady soldier, that's so cool!" And she'll run up to me and she'll ask all kinds of questions and she'll want to know more. And she was really excited that there's a woman as a soldier. That's so cool. And you play an instrument? Oh my goodness. And so it's an opportunity to share the love of history with someone who it's something completely unexpected for them. And so that's really very cool when you see their eyes light up. And they get really, really excited. So my academic background is in mathematics, and so I like to put that into my interpretation as much as possible. Historically, academics were not as separated as we see them today. So for example, Da Vinci, we know him as this incredible artist. We have Mona Lisa and all this. We also know him as an inventor. He made, didn't work, but a helicopter. He had a prototype for a helicopter. He was also an incredible mathematician and scientist. So he really truly had all sorts of disciplines under his belt. And today, I think we could learn from that. And so I like to put a little bit of science into history. For example, artillery is all about math. Music isn't anything without physics, without science. And so we can teach visitors not only a love of history, but a love of other subjects through the outlet of history. This is a hard question. There are lots of women that I admire. For example, we have mathematicians, Katherine Johnson, who worked with NASA in the 20th century. I love Henrietta Johnston, one of the first female artists we have here in America. Her work is very interesting to study. But I'd have to say that Mariana Mozart is the most intriguing history that I'm very interested in. She is Mozart's older sister, and there's evidence that she was just as prolific and just as talented as her younger brother, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. You should be familiar. And it would be interesting to learn more about her life. What was it to be just as talented, but your father doesn't pay you much attention because of your younger brother? And to hear some of her works and to learn more about that. Throughout March of 2022, we will be running a GoFundMe program here at Old Fort Niagara. It will be to support the Women and Civilians programming. We want to not only keep it, but we want to expand it. We want to make it even better so that we can provide unbiased, high quality, and inclusive programming for all of our visitors here. If you are unable to monetarily donate to this fund, we encourage you to come and visit the site and, of course, share the link to the GoFundMe so we can reach a very wide audience. Thank you very much, and we appreciate you all.